Hello and welcome back to Across the Gulf Coast. Well, as you can see, we've now made it to our brand new studios in Okaloosa County in Uptown Station. We're going to talk about some events taking place along the Emerald Coast. And joining me to do that is Rachel Mayu from Covenant Care. She's the Donor Relations Manager. Rachel, thank you so much for being my guest today.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. So before we get into some of the upcoming events that Covenant has taking place, let's talk about one that you guys just finished up this past spring with the charity auction. Tell me a little bit about how that event went.
The Cox Charity Auction. Thanks to you guys for always presenting that for us and doing such a good job of promoting it with you guys. But yeah, it went great. As always, so many donations from businesses and bidders and a lot of competition. I talked with a bidder yesterday who wasn't sure that she had won because it was so neck and neck, and she was thrilled. So yeah, lots of good participation on that from the community. Oh, good.
I'm glad that was a good fundraiser for you guys and a good way for y'all to provide those things for the community to come in and make bids on.
Yes, and then it comes back to patients and families, so all of those events are so important.
Absolutely. So, but on from one event to another, which is why you're here to talk about the Thrive Music Festival. Tell me about it.
Yeah, really excited this year. We're doing 3 stages, 2 at Green Door Music Hall and then 1 at Downtown Cinema Plus. So really concise, close together. It'll be really easy for ticket holders to make it from one stage to the other, and all of the bands are overlapping, so it's it'll be an easy, fun event for everyone.
When does it take place?
Oh yeah, June 25th. It's a Saturday, kicking off at 4 p.m., wrapping up about 2 a.m.
Okay. Who are some of the bands that you guys have coming this year?
Yeah, this year we're really excited because we still have a lot of our core local and regional favorites. Let's see, Hotel Oscar, Analog Collective, Chauncey Crandall, doing some Finger Fire, so a lot of the local flavor, and then spreading out with some regional bands, Rare Luth and Megan Jean and the Clay Family Band, and then wrapping it up with an after party, which is that late night set with Nick Flagstar and his Dirty Mangy Dogs and V8 Death Car over at Green Door.
Those are some very interesting names.
Yes, very interesting names, and then we're also expanding it this year to include a few headliners. So we have David Shaw of The Revivalist. The Revivalists are such a great crowd favorite, and they always give it, you have a huge crowd and it still feels like an intimate show. So it's going to be really cool to see how that translates to a solo acoustic with him. And then Packway Handle Band, a bluegrass 5-piece out of Athens, who's they've done 2 consecutive tours on Kid Rock's Chillin' the Most cruise, and then toured with them nationally and Foreigner. So really excited to have a great balance this year. The local favorites and then stepping it out just a little bit.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. It sounds like a little bit for everybody.
Yes,
you
for sure.
guys have definitely got it kind of across the gamut. Now for tickets. If anybody wants tickets, how do they go about doing that?
Online, thrivemusicfest.org. Tickets are for sale there, and then of course we have some locally at our branch office in Fort Walton for Covenant Care, and then Green Door Music Hall has tickets, and out in Santa Rosa, 30A Songwriter Radio, Music and Coffee, they have tickets as well.
How about sponsorships? Are you still accepting those?
Always, always. We encourage early commitment for sponsors so that they can get the full range of benefits. But if someone is interested in the event, and we will work out, we'll customize it with them, what they would like to see at this point and what kind of recognition. But bottom line, I mean, it's a huge, fun, great event, but bottom line, it all goes back to patients and families. And that charity care piece is really important so that people at the end of life, closing chapter, that they can receive the care they need regardless of the ability to pay.
Sure. So and then we'll move on to the next event. You have, I believe it's November. It seems like a long ways away, but we're already in June.
Yes.
It seems like we were just saying Happy New Year. Yeah, we're already halfway there. But tell me about the event coming up in November.
November 12th will be Miles of Memories. We have an event that supports our Covenant Alzheimer's Care sister company through Covenant Care. And so those Alzheimer's services are supported here in Niceville on that date with our 5K, and then in Pensacola same day. So we're kind of giving people 2 options to support the same cause.
Is it are they teams or individual? Do both?
All of the above. Pensacola is a team event only. It's a fun run, fun walk. But here in Niceville, we'll have that event with both a timed 5K and a 1 mile, and they can do that through teams or individuals.
Okay. We've got about a minute left, but you kind of touched on it a little bit, and I just want to, if you could give me a synopsis of Covenant Care overall and why people should want to be involved with this great organization.
Okay. Covenant Care is our parent company and has taken a real dedicated look at expanding services. What started as Covenant Hospice is now growing to reach more patients and across that continuum of care. So we've just partnered with People's Home Health here locally to provide that piece. And then, of course, hospice, and then Alzheimer's care, and then continuing to look at what's needed in each community where we operate and what we can add on to meet those needs.
Well, Rachel, thank you so much for being my guest. We are out of time, but I appreciate you coming on and telling us about your events.
Yeah, thanks so much.
Absolutely. And thank you for joining us this month. Join us next month as we take another look across the Gulf Coast.
Thanks for watching Across the Gulf Coast. Join us next month when we highlight more organizations, events, and people from around our local community.